We are getting some breaking news on the broadcast now. This one's coming in from Bangladesh. We are now getting in first visuals. The Foreign Secretary Vikram Misri meeting his Bangladesh counterpart Mohammad Jashim Uddin. Remember, this comes ahead of Misri's scheduled meeting with Mohammad Yunus in the evening today. That meeting is all set to take place at 4:30 p.m. But before that, the Foreign Secretary is meeting his Bangladeshi counterpart. There you can see the first visuals of that all-important meeting that is taking place currently in Bangladesh, as this is one of the first high-profile visits from New Delhi to the strife-torn Bangladesh. My colleague Siddhant Mishra is with us on the broadcast. Siddhant, after that, in fact, letter by the Ministry of External Affairs, which was in fact touching upon the situation in Bangladesh. Now, this all-important visit of Foreign Secretary, what do you think is going to be on agenda? Is it going to be a direct point-blank reference to what has been the situation of the minorities in the country?
Well, absolutely. That is going to dominate the talks today. In fact, India would be raising the concerns regarding the safety of Hindus and other minorities in Bangladesh. That is something of a paramount importance for the government of India. And since this is the first foreign secretary level talk taking place in Dhaka, other than this, there are various other. Since India-Bangladesh relationship is a multifaceted relationship, there are other aspects also which both sides will touch upon, which includes rail connectivity, which also includes the joint projects which are being carried out by both the government, the line of credit that have been extended by the Indian government to the government of Bangladesh. In the past, Sheikh Hasina was the Prime Minister. Other than this, the border security. And there is also a sense of anxiety, Greha, regarding the closeness that Bangladesh is perhaps increasing with Pakistan. We have seen that a Pakistani citizen requires no security clearance for the visa of Bangladesh now. In fact, there have been several ships from Pakistan which have arrived at a port in Chattogram. Perhaps this has raised concerns for the Indian side, and it
Absolutely.
doesn't serve
Siddhant, I'm
well
really
with the
sorry
Indian
interrupting
security.
you there a bit. I'll come to you in just a minute. We have Mehfooz Mishu, a special correspondent of the Jamuna TV in Bangladesh. He is with us. Mehfooz, first of all, take our viewers through the situation that you see happening in Bangladesh, and in the midst of that, you have the Foreign Secretary of India visiting his Bangladeshi counterpart. What do you think is going to be the first and all-important conversation from where this entire bilateral will begin?
Oh, thank you for thank you for inviting me for the discussion. First of all, what I would like to say, this is the first meeting of the 5th August under the new interim government led by Professor Yunus. And there are many kinds of tension is going on between the. First of all, this meeting led by Indian Foreign Secretary Vikram Misri is going to be a test case how both the countries, the two important neighbors in South Asia, will look their bilateral relationship as well as regional connectivity, regional dependence and other things. So this meeting has been started at 11 a.m. Dhaka time and still it's going on. Hopefully it will be finished within a few minutes. And after that meeting, visiting Foreign Secretary will meet the Bangladeshi Foreign Advisor, who is in charge of Minister of Foreign Affairs, Mr. Tawhid Hussain, and then he will meet the interim head of the government, Professor Yunus. So if I would like to talk about the issues and agendas during the meeting, this 2.5 hours meeting, then definitely from Indian side, it would be the communal harmony here in Bangladesh and the security of Hindu and other minority people. From Bangladesh side, definitely the attack in Bangladeshi mission in Agotala would be discussed or already have been discussed. And the things after 5th August, at least 3 people died in the India-Bangladesh border. And last Friday, one Bangladeshi people died again. So this is a big concern for the Bangladeshi people. The killing the civilian people in the Bangladesh-India border to break the countries. So if there are some tensions, but we think who are covering foreign affairs for several years, we think this is a good beginning because this is the top level diplomats meeting and that will create a hype and confidence between the extremist group in both
Yes.
sides, both in Bangladesh and
Mahfouz,
India.
I
That
really want to
we have.
understand that exact aspect from you, considering it is a diplomatic meeting and it is very, very important. This, remember, is also coming ahead of that letter that the Ministry of External Affairs had written to the Bangladesh authorities, talking about how the situation in Bangladesh is something that remains volatile and India is concerned about the developments that are taking place over there. How much of that will have a significance ahead of this meeting between the Foreign Secretary and his Bangladeshi counterpart? And if at all these things are going to be put on the table and in fact discussed, how much of a say India can really have in the matter?
Two things is there. If we think about the, religious issues, especially the torture and killing of Hindi people here in Bangladesh, but you have to remind that they are Bangladeshi citizens,
Yes.
number one. Number two, some Indian media is make it propaganda. It's not fact-based news. Yes, definitely there is something is going on, but the number is not so huge as some Indian media is doing and spread out all over the world. If one person is under attack and if he is Hindu or Muslim, that doesn't really matter because every people should have the equal rights and Bangladesh and government have to ensure their security. So that's the Bangladesh government stand. But I can recall before the election in 2024, when Indian government asked Indian Foreign Secretary about the upcoming election in Bangladesh, Indian Foreign Secretary said that it's a completely internal matter of Bangladesh. So when Bangladesh police or authorities have arrested Mr. Chinmoy Das, he is a Bangladeshi citizen, and that should also be the internal matter of Bangladesh. But being a neighbor, India may have some concern, but that should not be addressed like this way. This is the public perception here in Bangladesh. So many people after 5th August try to believing that India is sometimes act like a big brother, which they don't like, and that's basically the crisis. And it's a political crisis basically. So it should be solved under political leadership. I mean, from the top level, like Prime Minister Narendra Modi and Chief Advisor Dr. Yunus. If they agree that if our friendship will go with respect, with equality, and with love for each other, that would be great. I think both the countries is on the right track now. If the meeting, after that meeting, if any kind of declaration, joint declaration will come, I think it may become. Indian Foreign Secretary was supposed to talk with the media at 3:30 p.m. here in Bangladesh, and Bangladesh Foreign Secretary Mr. Joseph will give Bangladeshi, media in 5:30 at his office. So these all are the tensions. But people do believe that, most of the Bangladeshi people do believe that we have no chance to change the neighbor, and India don't have the chance to change the neighbor. So we have to be united for our own interests.
Yes.
It's for economic, it's for bilateral, it's for trade,
absolutely important
connectivity, and
points
for
that
the
you're
people
mentioning.
of both countries.
Mahfouz Mishu, thank you so much for joining us from Bangladesh there. Remember, Bangladesh so far was an all-weather ally for India in Sheikh Hasina's regime. Sheikh Hasina, in fact, the ousted Prime Minister of Bangladesh, has in fact sent out a message. This is after developments started coming about from Bangladesh after the arrest or the detention of Chinmoy Krishna Das, which is when the situation also got off-hand, and you'd seen many protests from the ISKCON groups in India and around the world protesting the detention of Chinmoy Krishna Das. Here